Here's a quick update to the video I covered a few days ago, all about the guy who's being sued for child support from a gal that he never even slept with. No joke. As you recall, about 9 months earlier, a year earlier, whatever, he was seeing this gal. He went out with her like 6 times, he said, over the course of 4 months, which, by the way, if you haven't slept together after 4 months, and if she's only seen you 6 times in 4 months, she's not really into you. She's obviously keeping you on layaway while she hooks up with a guy she really likes, which is exactly what happened. He finds out she's pregnant. He says, nope, not dating you anymore. Number one, because obviously you're pregnant. Number two, I thought it was just you and I, and you were cheating, obviously. So we're done. And he ghosted her. And she's been tearing him apart in social media, abandoning her, blah, blah, blah nonsense, and now going after him. And he was writing his thing about the whole situation, how to handle it, and everybody was saying, get a lawyer, sue her for defamation online, obviously handle things right with regards to this whole paternity nonsense, because he said in his state it's easy for the woman, blah, blah, blah. Anyhow, so now we have the update. And again, that story was titled, Am I the A-hole for ghosting a woman who got pregnant by another guy while just starting to date me? And by the way, shout out to all the dudes that sent me this update here. He says, first of all, I want to thank you all. Thank you everyone that commented and helped me direct me on a few paths. I do have an update since I posted this morning around 8:30 this morning. And this morning I contacted a lawyer and told him everything, as well as sent over all screenshots and text messages. Good, don't waste any time, get a lawyer. At some point, for all the ones saying my original post was fake, I'll be posting said screenshots and text messages. Well, your lawyer may not like that. After contacting my lawyer, he contacted Child Support Office, which after about a 20-minute run around, he was able to get the case filed. It must have been a slow day for your lawyer, because usually it may take him a little bit to get on that, but who knows? He got lucky. He set a hearing with the judge to order some said paternity, and after getting the court date to hear the case, he contacted her as a courtesy to let her know that I had retained a lawyer and that a court case had been set and some paperwork was being mailed to her address. So, he reached out to the gal, the crazy gal. Let's see how she takes that. He says that was around 10:45 in the morning. At 11:15, okay, only 30 minutes later, my lawyer received a phone call from Child Support Office as she had changed her story, and she and I said I wasn't the father, and made the excuse that she messed up and gave the name of her biological dad, which we were not given. Amazing. What an amazing epiphany she had. Oh, well, never mind. My mistake. It was hormones. He's not the guy. Once she realizes what happens when a lawyer gets involved. Isn't it magical? Money well spent. My lawyer then called her back, and after all the posts slandering me have been taken down, and a new post has been put up in her claiming chemical imbalance in her body and in her of course, and in a fit of rage was lashing out on someone that she shouldn't have. She stated that whilst she wished I was the father, and that I'm not, and could not be because we never got intimate. Amazing. Boom, up on social media, taking all those things down, then putting up another thing saying, oh, nope, never mind. Well, regardless, damage has been done. His name is dragged through the mud, and you can have people out there that are going to think, oh, well, he just got a lawyer and scared her, and that's why she's taking it down. You know darn well, guys, a man can be accused of various things. Anybody can be accused of things, and if it's awful, people are always going to think, they're going to associate that guy with that, whether it was happened or not. And they're always going to think, oh, some slick lawyer got him off, and he's guilty anyway. The second you all know what I'm talking about here. You're never really free from that. I received a call from the lawyer around 11:30 in the morning and was made aware of the post around the same time. Under my lawyer's advice for now, I will not be posting the screenshots or text messages, but again, at some point, I will, because the crazy needs to be seen. Well, this guy obviously, people didn't think he was being truthful, so obviously he wants to prove that he was not making this whole thing up. Again, thank you to everyone who posted on the original post. So, we may hear more about her, or may not, but I still say that he goes through with getting something back for everything she put him through. At the very least, anything he pays to the lawyer to have this whole thing done, he should go after her for that. Now, he may say, you know what, I just want to be over and done with, but no, because otherwise she gets away with it. Hormonal imbalance and wanted to lash out at somebody, that's not an excuse. And I know the lawyer said that's what she said. I would love to have that in writing, in an email to the lawyer. That would have been dumb on her part, but you never know. So good for this guy. I'm glad this thing's wrapped up pretty quickly. I'm kind of amazed how fast it was handled, but you never know. Maybe it was, a slow day during the week at the law office, and that guy just dealt with it like that. Who knows? Maybe he knows somebody in that government office. I don't know. But anyhow, guys, this goes to show again, watch out for the crazy. Remember how I said in the other video, women make rules for betas and break rules for alphas. This guy, 4 months, and they hadn't slept together, out in 6 dates. You know darn well this guy was probably taking her out on very expensive, nice dinners. She was keeping around in layaway, meanwhile she's hooking up with a guy or guys that she really liked. Isn't that amazing? And how gals can pick out a guy and say, that's it. That's the marriage material guy. That guy's going to support me and my baby. The guys I really like, they can't support me. They can barely take care of themselves. But that guy there, then you know I'm right. Now anyway, a few comments before I wrap this whole thing up. One guy says here, she needs to pay for your legal fees. I'd sue her for attempting paternity fraud and emotional distress. Interesting how she's trying to use her hormones as an excuse for attempting paternity fraud. That's exactly what she's doing, and I agree with this guy. He should go after her for, at the very least, the legal fees and something, Otherwise, this bullshit will keep happening. Another guy says here, I would like to initiate a slow golf clap that crescendos into a standing ovation for being one of the few people I've ever seen here take the collective advice and have it work out very well for them. Definitely sue her for the legal costs, or at least have your lawyer send her a bill. But it sounds like you got a good handle of the situation. Bravo. Another one. Guy says, so, slander and libel. I wonder if her knowingly misidentifying you as a biological father and trying to claim child support could also be considered a form of extortion or attempted extortion in this case. Sounds like it to me. As the two of you never had sex, and considering the timeline of her pregnancy, she clearly knew for a fact that there was no possible way you could have been the father. But proceed anyway. Either way, her actions cannot be interpreted as anything other than predatory. That's what I think. Last one. Guy says, glad to hear it turned out positively and so quickly after contacting an attorney. Whatever they're charging is worth every penny. I agree, and she should pay every penny. My husband's divorce from his ex-wife took years, partly because he was trying to go pro se to save. He was trying to go pro se to save costs, impossible to do with a narcissist on the other side. The lawyer he finally got was worth every cent when the divorce switched from 90% him on a monetary front to everything 50-50. She caught the ex in a big lie, and the judge had zero patience for it, thankfully. Good luck, DOP. You handled it beautifully. Yes, you did. And so in the future, remember, watch out for the crazy one, guys. And remember, gals saying things about you online, doing all sorts of things like that, you can't take it lying down. And can you imagine if he didn't handle this accordingly? But he never slept with her, and the crazy bee was convinced this guy, she could get her way with him. And hormonal imbalance, what a load of crap. But something tells me some weak judge or somebody in charge is going to fall for the waterworks, the tears, the hormonal imbalance crap. And yet another guy could have been completely destroyed because of that. It's crazy.